All right, it is a couple days later, and we are ready to get this engine in. Well, kind of. I've got a couple things I need to do, and one of the things is kind of a problem. So on the transmission here, we got the mount that goes over here, and then it's got the two bolts that hold it down. But the problem is they're stripped. I didn't notice it when I took the mount off, but this bolt has JB Weld all over it, and it was all down inside of the two holes. So, you know, I guess I could drill it out bigger, rethread it, put a bigger bolt in, or I can try to helicoil it. And luckily, I have a set of helicoils, and the biggest one will work. So hopefully this will work and hold the mount on here tight. If not, then it's going to be a problem. Another thing I got to deal with is because it is a B series and the alternator sticks out a little further than the original on the D series, it's going to be a bit of a problem. I've seen where people swap the pulleys, and that kind of helps, but yet it still doesn't fully help. And then plus the shaft is bigger on this than it is on this one, so I would have to drill out the inside of the pulley, or I could use that alternator, but it's pretty small and I'm not gonna do that. So right about here is where it hits. I need to bang that in or cut it, notch it, and re-weld like a notch into it, and I don't want to do that either. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a jack and wedge it in between here and like here maybe, and see if I can push it in. But I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to thread this to get the helicoil in. And because if I can't do this, there's no point in banging that. I would need a new bell housing for this, or it's not the bell housing, it's the actual transmission housing. But I think the helicoils will work just fine. All right, let's start drilling this out, try to make it as straight as possible. Drip a little oil in there. All right, let's thread the holes. All right, looks pretty nice. Let's get this one going. Need to remove the starter, that way I have room to turn. Go! Ow! That fucking hurt. And it's missing the bottom bolt. Alright, we fashioned up a mechanic's band-aid, a little paper towel, and some black electrical tape. Let's get this thing started. Once you get it started, it'll go right in. It's the part getting it started straight. Alright, we got it going. The oil helps it cut smooth. Alright, we're at the bottom. All right, we got threads all the way down. Now we need to clean up all this and put our helicoil in there. All right, so here are our helicoils. The only big problem with these are they're not really long enough. You can probably buy longer ones, but this bolt is only going to get that much. You know, is it enough? Probably, but you know, it'd be nicer if we can get all the threads. But you know, yeah, I could probably put 2 in there, but I don't know how, because this little piece right here would be in the way, and I guess I could snip that off, but then this is how it goes in. So we're gonna do the best we can with what we got. You just screw it down until it bottoms out, and then you're done. And that's it. All right, let's put this mount on here and make sure it all works out. All right, they tighten down, and you know, it's not moving. This one, I can't find the nut for it. The threads are a lot longer, so it takes a special nut. It's around here somewhere. I just got to find it. So we're gonna move on to pushing that in. I don't want to bang it. That's what most people do. They just take a hammer and beat the hell out of it. I mean, that's entirely too loud. Plus, it just, I don't know, it looks awful. So I'm thinking that I'll take a scissor jack, wedge it in here, put like a socket on the end of it, and push it in. All right, hopefully the camera stays there. Well, that's not really working because the jack just keeps sliding. All right, we got a 2x4 going across there, and then we got it pushed up there. I need to move it up a little bit because it's down too far, but you know, this may or may not work. Probably not, because wood is softer than metal, obviously. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's try it out. Yeah, the 2x4 is breaking. I mean, I pushed in a little bit. All right, so I tried the hydraulic jack that is on my 2-ton engine hoist, but it for some reason only works when it's sitting upward. It doesn't work when it's sitting across, which kind of sucks. So it was worth a shot. Let's figure something else out. All right, so here it is. I bought this ram air tool. What's it called? Hydraulic ram system. It's for cars that have been wrecked, to push out the body parts that have been pushed in or wrecked. And so this thing was like 150 bucks on Amazon. I think I'll probably never use it again, but I don't know. I might just try it on this. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna send it back, or I might just keep it. Who knows? I just feel like I'll never use this thing again, and I think it'll work though. I mean, did I need to do all this? Probably not, but you know, it's an experience, and it's a tool to showcase to see how it works. Let's get it set up, and we will be right back. All right, we got it set up. We got it wedged over here and over there. Now all we have to do is pump this. And let's see if it pushes it. I think it's working. It definitely pushed it in, but we need to work on it quite a bit more. So I'm not really going to record it because it's boring. But yeah, you can tell it definitely pushed it in. I'm just hoping it's not pushing the frame rails out. Who knows? Alright, so it did a good job. I did use a different bit, and I punched a hole in there. I should have never used that bit, or whatever you call it. But yeah, it pushed it in pretty good. I did from here all the way up to here. That way, hopefully it'll fit. I won't know until I drop the engine in, so we will see. And you can also notice that I removed the factory traction bar thing, if that's what you want to call it. It was basically 2 bolts right there, 2 bolts here in the front lower control arms, and then under the frame there were 2 bolts on each side. It was pretty easy to remove. Plus, it was full of like grass and stuff, so I wanted to get that out to clean it. And I took the plastic off of the bottom, and it was so fragile it just crumbled. So hopefully when I do put the engine in, I can take it in from the bottom instead of the top. We got a video on the wiring because I've got to do the dual point to multi-point to ODB1 harness. So we're going to integrate all that together. That way it looks clean and it'll look factory. Anyway, with all that being said, we are one step closer to getting this engine dropped in. These videos are all over the place. So, because I'm doing, you know, this part, I'm doing that part and that part all at the same time basically. It just depends on what time of day, depends on how hot, how cold, how much rain we got, because the weather has been very unpredictable. We've had cold weather, and then the same day it's like 70 degrees. And so our weather has just been crazy. And then next thing you know, you got a sunny sky, and then two minutes later we got thunderstorms. So it is spring, and the weather is always unpredictable during spring. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit here, a little there, and a little there, just so I can get it done. And it's taken me way longer than I expected, but we had like a week of super cold and rainy weather, so I did nothing that week. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully I'll get this video edited and posted very soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.